Yo, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. So today we're going to be taking a look at the new zombie support, specifically a bunch of new zombie dragons. This is going to be something very awesome. If you're excited about that, drop a like on this, because I've always liked the zombie structure decks, the one that came with the red eyes, but unfortunately it's not, that viable. But maybe now we'll be able to actually get it up and running, and it'll be actually good. So let's go kick it off with the first new card that we're going to be taking a look at is the Mad Murder, which will probably get changed for the TCG. Anyways, this is a level 2 Dark Zombie Tuner effect monster with 400 attack and 200 defense points. And then it says level 2. Okay, I guess I just wrote that twice. Anyways, the effect reads that you can only use the second effect of this card's name once per turn. The first part of the effect is that this card's name becomes Plague Spreader Zombie while face up on the field or in the graveyard. This is actually helpful. There's a lot of zombie support for a Plague Spreader. The second part of the effect is if this card is in your graveyard, you can target one level 6 or higher monster you control, decrease its level by 2, and if you do, special summon this card, but you cannot special summon monsters while it is face up in the monster zone except for zombie monsters. Okay, that's not too bad of an effect considering it's a bunch of new zombie support. It kind of makes sense, but this card effect would be really good. You can use it as like a stepping stone to go into more things, but I like it so far. It's pretty awesome. Next up though, we have Al Ghul Mazara. Here is the artwork on this card. 2800 attack, 2300 defense points. This one's going to be an earth. Oh, actually the last one was a dark. Okay, because sometimes zombies, they can be earth and dark. That's generally what they are. But anyways, Al Ghul Mazara got the effect of you can only use the first and second effect of this card's name each once per turn. The first part of the effect is if a zombie monster or monsters you control would be destroyed by battle or by card effect, you can banish this card from your hand or graveyard instead. Wow, banishing it from the hand is actually really good. This is potentially insanely powerful for zombies. And then the second part of the effect is if this card becomes banished from your hand or graveyard, you can special summon it in defense, and then also increase or decrease its level by 1, so it's essentially level 7. That's a really weird number for zombies. I remember Diva Zombies. If you shout outs to any OG players, comment OG zombies if you guys know what I'm talking about. Diva Zombies were like, I think the last time zombies were actually considered a meta archetype. So it wasn't really like an archetype, but like it was a bunch of zombie cards. That was a really cool deck back when Brio had the pre-errata. That was the good old days of zombies. But yeah, this effect over here is so powerful. It's like it's a protection like hand trap. I like it. It's so good. All right, now going right into the new zombie dragon. So the first card is going to be new. It looks like a boss monster because it's level 10. This is the Red Eyes Zombie Dragon Lord, and the artwork looks absolutely amazing on this. 2000 attack, 2400 defense points. It is going to be a dark level 10 synchro. So the materials are 1 zombie tuner plus 1+ non-tuner monsters, and it says you can only use the first and second effect of this card's name each once per turn. The first part of the effect is during your opponent's turn, as a quick effect, you can target a zombie monster graveyard except for Red Eyes Zombie Dragon Lord and special summon it. Okay, that's a weird effect that's during your opponent's turn. I wish it was 1 zombie monster in either graveyard, because then that would make a little bit more sense. But nonetheless, the second part of the effect is if this card is in your graveyard, you can banish 1 zombie monster you control, special summon this card. Wow, that's insanely powerful. So then you can just bring back another card. Wow, that is really good. I mean, obviously, they're going to probably OTK you, more than likely. If you're going to try to reoccur, bring this back again and again. This day and age with Yu-Gi-Oh, bringing cards back again and again doesn't happen. Like, you don't see anyone really playing like Reborn Frog like in any decks anymore. But that's still a really good card, just as long as it's in the graveyard. I was even thinking, like, because this effect is during your opponent's turn, unfortunately, you'd have to like bring it back from your graveyard and then activate its effect maybe during your opponent's turn to get the effect. But the fact that if it's just in your graveyard, right, it doesn't have to be like, some other condition needs to be met. It's just banish any other zombie, and then you can just special summon this card. So you can use it as like synchro material and then just bring it back. That is so good, and it's a level 10. Really insane stuff over here. Next up though, we got Corpse Dragon Lord Felgren. Oh, they're making zombies out of a bunch of the other dragons. Oh, okay, I get where this is going. That's really cool. Here's the artwork on this guy. This one is actually, is that a light zombie? It is going to be a light zombie. Okay, there's not very many of those. 2800 attack, 2800 defense points, and Corpse Dragon Lord Felgren is also going to be a synchro effect monster. The materials to summon it are going to be 1 zombie tuner plus 1+ non-tuner monsters, and it says you can only use the first and second effect of this card's name each once per turn. The first part of the effect is if this card is special summoned, you can target one monster opponent controls or in the graveyard and banish it. Okay, pretty good effect, only when it's summoned, but still pretty decent effect. And the second part is if a monster or monsters is special summoned from the graveyard, well, this monster is face up on the field. You can target one face up monster on the field, except for this card, negate its effects to the end of this turn. Okay, so that's where you have some synergy, being able to special summon another zombie monster, and then you can summon this card and then banish, and then on top of that, it has that bonus effect where if anything else gets special summoned, so if you have this and the other card, and then you bring back something else with the Red Eyes Zombie Dragon Lord, then you can actually target one and then negate its effects. Okay, I wish it was negate and destroy, but like this kind of gets rid of the card anyways, so it's definitely a viable card, like good. Next up, the Immortal Dragon. This card looks freaking awesome. I love how the artwork on this got the spikes. All right, anyways, oh, it's got only 500 attack though, 2400 defense points, and it's going to be a Dark Zombie Synchro Tuner effect monster. Okay, so the materials are 1 tuner plus 1 non-tuner monster, so it is a generic card, doesn't require the zombie tuner, and it says you can only use the first and second effect of this card's name each once per turn. The first part of the effect is during your main phase, you can send one zombie monster from your deck to the graveyard. If you do, this card level becomes the difference between its original level and the set monster. So you get a foolish and you get a level swap. That's interesting. Second part of the effect is when your zombie monster is destroyed by battle while this card is in your graveyard, you can special summon this card, but banish it when it leaves the field. Okay, so really revolving all about the whole banish zone. So I guess Imperial Item will wreck this deck. So next up we have the Zombie Reborn, which is a normal spell card that says you can only use one of the first and second effects of this card's name per turn and only once that turn. So the first part of the effect is target one zombie monster in either graveyard, banish one monster with the same name from your deck or extra deck, and even do special summon the target monster. That's an insane effect. Second part is if this card is a graveyard, you can shuffle one of your banished zombie monsters into the deck, and if you do, set this card to your field but banish it when it leaves the field. So you get basically a double monster reborn, right? I mean, obviously in your deck you're putting all zombies anyways, or you can just literally slap on what is it, Zombie World, right? And at that point, you're able to get even your opponent's stuff because it is either a graveyard. That's pretty cool. So you basically get to have a reborn and then you get to reset it instantly. I think this card is very, very good. Both of the effects are only once that turn, but still very, very powerful card. Next up, though, we have a new trap support card called the Haunted Zombie. Here is the artwork on this card. All the zombie artwork looks cool. Look, is that soul absorbing bone tower in the background? All right, anyways, normal trap card that says you can only use one of the first and second effect of this card's name per turn and only once that turn. The first part of the effect is to banish one zombie monster that has a level from either graveyard. If you do special summon 2 haunted token zombie dark attack 0 defense 7 with the same level as that monster. If this card is in your graveyard, you get to shovel one of your banished zombie monsters into the deck, and if you do, set this card to your field but banish it when it leaves the field. Okay, so that's pretty good. Being able to just banish anything, then you get 2 tokens that have the same level to basically go for double synchros, and I think that that's really what they're trying to do. They want you to get Red Eyes Zombie Dragon Lord and the Felgrand up on the board, and then you can have the bonus effects of bringing something else back, and then you get to kind of have a disruption too. I think it's pretty good. Like, the support is definitely going to be something that I think a lot of players will be excited about, and I like that it's actually pretty viable, and the artwork just looks amazing on them. Anyways, guys, that's going to be it for the new zombie support. I like that we're getting the zombie dragons. That's so cool. But anyways, if you guys enjoyed the video, drop a like on it. If you're new here and you don't want to miss out on more new Yu-Gi-Oh cards as soon as they get announced, hit subscribe, turn the bell, and you'll definitely see more very soon. If you guys want to see me in gameplay, I would love to see what you guys come up with from the community. Feel free to send it to azneyesreplays@gmail.com or just DM me via the Discord. But thanks for tuning in. I'll catch you guys in the next video, and I'm out. Peace.